Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain, back for some more Dungeons & Dragons Online. Again, joined by two friends here, Shira and Wolf. So, today we're going to be doing some more Devil's Gambit quests. Uh, the main part of Devil's Gambit, it's not an actual chain per se. They are just 4 standalone quests, but the main central hub is the Gatekeeper's Grotto. From there, you can teleport to all the quests, as well the quest givers of the quests here can actually teleport you right back to the Gatekeeper's Grotto. That way it'll just keep you on the chain and you don't actually have to run location to location, as it does send you to several locations here. So this quest here is a quest called Subversion, and I really like some of the scenery, not necessarily scenery, but the background of this quest. There's some pretty cool looking spots, as well as it can drop a really nice repeater. So actually, if you're wondering, that's the repeater that I'm currently using on this build. All right, let's get in. Let's get ourselves some buffs. So, like so many parts to this chain, there are going to again be Abishai. And that's honestly my least favorite part of these quests here. Which one? Fire acid. Alright, and then you have Shira's least favorite enemy, some salads. And yes, it's not actually pronounced that. It is salads, but they are salads. Alright, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is actually head into the left, and we have this room here. On each of these pillars, there is a lever. Pulling the lever will spawn in an enemy. Based on the element that you pull, so this was earth, then we have fire, air, water. Each lever will spawn in its corresponding enemy. Ooh, rem chest. Ooh, red hair dye. Alright, our final one right here. Alright, so once you have them all defeated, this will all be lit up here. It will allow you to proceed to the eastern side, pulling the lever here. As you can see, you can head around, but nothing there. Pulling that lever will open up this section. Now, immediately, you don't need to worry about the bottom layer here. Simply just head up to the top. And we're going to head down this hall here. Now, to our left and our right, as you see, we do have open areas. Both sides have some enemies in. If you can sneak around the side, you might be able to pull one side without the other. But typically speaking, if you run right up into the center, you will get both groups. Which, I mean, unless you're prepared for, might be a little bit of a challenge. Alright, so we got all but one. Let's go ahead and start these guys. Alright. We should just have one more blue hiding behind me here. Alright, once both groups are defeated, we can go ahead into the north, and we have a lever by this bookshelf here. You do need to pull this lever. To the south, we do just have a set of shrines, and of course a bookshelf. Once you go north and pull that lever, you can continue heading off to the west and around the corner. Now, as you see at the corner, we actually have a hidden door with a chest inside. Now, this is not trapped, but the chest itself is locked. So if you got anybody who can pick locks or use knock or anything like that, you can get yourself a free loot chest. And then all you need to do is head south. Now, in here, it's kind of like a storage area. There we go. Our objective is to go through there and get 2 crests. Now, it seems like it's solid, but there are some sections, like here, where you can actually pass through them, and they're just illusionary. So we got 1 crest here. The other crest is actually located right through here. And we got our crest of the snake. So they kind of hide them on you. Once you have both crests, you need to head back. But as you'll see, on the way back, you are kind of sieged by some more Abishai and a couple of devils. Okay, what I should be doing here. Not that. Let's try these. Alright. The other bit is once you get here, down and to the left, we're going to have some more Abishai spawning in right at the portal here. Alright, there we go. Once everyone is defeated, the portal will drop and you'll be able to place in your crests. So from here is actually where you're going to get a couple of really cool looking areas. Or at least they are in my opinion. I know I've taken a few screenshots of them myself. So you're going to need to head straight in. And of course deal with the enemies. There's also a trick to speed this area up if you have people who can use knock or anything like that. So our first little bit is to the left, we just have something, again, really cool to look at. You can't actually get into that room. So other than looks, there is no purpose. To the right, however, we have a fight. Alright, so in this room, let's get our hireling back up. You'll notice we do have a section that we can kind of sneak in right here. We have rubble and we have a lever. So once you pull that lever, we can actually head back to the start. Oh, it's not that section first. I do apologize. So once you pull that lever there, it's going to open up a room over here. So again, we'll just kill off these guys. It's been so long since I've actually pulled the levers. Normally I just use open lock on the door and sneak in that way. Alright, so again, as you can see, we got a whole bunch of various artifacts, cool looking blades, and like, we also have a giant D20, which I just love. Alright, so then you can come all the way over here to the end. Alright, so what it is that lever that we pulled is one of the 3 levers you need to pull to open up this section here. It will also open up a gate right here, allowing you to come in and pull the lever here. Once this lever is pulled, it will unlock here, as well as open up way down there where I first went. The other option is we can actually just use open lock on this door here to bypass having to run back and go there. But in case you are heading back, I will show you. Along the way, it does spawn in another portal. Or at least I believe it did. Yeah, there we go. And right at this portal here, just off to the side is where we would sneak in. Right here. And again, head on through to pull our lever. Once you've pulled all 3, you want to again head back to that door. But like before, it's going to spawn in a wave of enemies. So just, again, be prepared. This is why people tend to just unlock the door and keep going. It kind of saves you off from having to fight 2 additional waves of enemies, and just lets you keep pushing forward. Alright, so at this point, we're kind of entering in a giant area. As you can see, you can get a whole lot of aggro real quick if you pull, if you are like me and you shoot through enemies. Alright, so you're going to have a fairly big fight here, as you can see. So it'll start with guys here, moving all the way into that room. Here we have a shrine, and you'll notice we actually have a lever. Now the lever itself is locked, but just across the hall here, we have a couple of valves and a couple of really small ones here. Once you pull all of them, it will actually unlock this one here. Pulling it will bring up an optional through here. So again, optional, and we're back with these guys. Now, as you can see, they have a fair amount of hit points, and these guys really like their fire damage. But an okay amount of XP. plus a free loot chest. Ultimately, I feel it's worth it. At this point, we do want to head back out. And then proceed into this large room. Now, on Epic, you'll actually have to fight some of these guys. Not all, but just a couple. We also, in this room, to the west here, kind of in the giant space, we actually also have, or should have, a secret door. In order to open this door, however, we gotta go through this section here. So there are a couple of ways in to this giant pile of boxes. The first is actually this far right side here. So you're going to be able to sneak in and go through the wall. And you're going to want to proceed through. As you can see, right now it's kind of one direction. But along the way, which I did miss, there should be, here it is, a way through. And again, just proceed. So here, we're going to make an immediate left. And I thought the ladder was here. Okay, so not the immediate left. I'm going to head here and then head up and around, and here's our ladder. So it takes a little bit of effort to get through. Once through, we can head on through here. There we go. Make your way up the ramp. And here we have a lever here. Let's go ahead and pull the lever. And we can head up top, heading through here. Now, as you can see, ooh, we have more Abishai. These guys kind of are hiding everywhere. There we go. Drops the portal. We can head up and around and just hop down. Cool. So now our door is open. Proceeding forward, we do have 3 levers. We need to pull all 3, as each one will unlock the next gate. And it's going to bring us in here with a whole bunch of sealed chests. Now, we do have an optional to just open the correct one. Now, if you use your Q, you'll notice all of them have a CR rating, except for one of them. The one that does not have a CR rating, so you'll notice in my bottom right, when I select this one, it has a health bar and a credit rating. This one has neither. This will be the correct chest. Opening up the chest will, of course, anger everybody. And there we go. Another point of note, this is a great quest to do, even just on a lower difficulty, for when the Mimic Hunt comes out, just due to the sheer amount of Mimics in this room, and the fact that they are guaranteed Mimics. It's an easy way to earn a fair amount of tokens fairly quickly. But the optionals, again, are not for the faint of heart and can be quite deadly. Now that we've done all that, we can actually head forward here to this section. Now, this is actually the end fight right here, and is a brutal fight. Now, what I do recommend is having fire resistance. And any little buff that you can get to really just assist due to the just due to how this fight takes place. Now, there used to be a trick to be able to pull them out. They've since gone and fixed that trick. And now you pretty much just got to deal with the fight. So the way the trick used to work, and sometimes you can get it to work, is you would just kind of poke your way up the wall until you can see and target the boss. Then, turning on your attack, you can fight him. And you can just fight him. Like, as you can see, it does seem like the trick is still working. He is just fighting. Now, the problem is, you see, we just got red alert, or orange alert, or green alert. But as we enter in here, we're going to get all the aggro. So it is a little rough, but it does seem we can take out a few of them. Well, maybe they haven't fixed this optional. So here we are, just taking them out. But the way this boss fight is, as you go in there, as you fight him, he's going to drop down waves of enemy. And he's just going to keep spawning waves. Once he gets to specific hit point amounts, he's going to spawn in the next wave, and so on and so forth, until he spawned in all the waves. So there we go. So what's supposed to happen, as you see, it's supposed to throw up this invisible wall. It must be because I got so close. And prevent you from actually targeting and attacking them. And then you're supposed to fight the big bad boss in there. So we're gonna hop in. Try to drag him away from everybody. Here we go. So that's the way you're supposed to do the fight. At which point we got an end chest, and again can have some really nice loot. Looks like we got ourselves another fatal flaw. Only a mythic 2 on this one. So I personally am not going to end up keeping that one. But again, there are some really nice drops that get out of here. But that is Subversion. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good one all.